So if you love a good snack and you like Indian food, you'll love these pakoras. I made them with eggplant and with mixed vegetables, and I even threw in some sweet tomato chutney. And of course I made it with no oil and no refined sugar. And today, I'm going to show you how to make your own. Okay, so let's talk about the ingredients we're going to use to make these delicious pakoras with a sweet tomato chutneys. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with pakoras, it's an Indian snack that's very popular. And basically what you're doing is you're taking vegetables, shredded or whole, and you're dipping them into a batter. And then typically you would deep fry them. Now, of course, we're doing it a healthy vegan style. So we're not going to be using oil. We're not going to be deep frying them, and they're still going to come out perfect. So let's talk about what we're going to use. Now, again, you can use any vegetable combination that you want pretty much. I've seen these done with spinach. I've seen them done with carrots, with cauliflower. But today, I'm going to use a combination of red onions and green cabbage in the first pakora that I do. And then I'm going to use eggplant. Again, you can use shredded vegetables or whole vegetables. I'm going to show you both. All right, so now let's talk about the seasonings we're going to use to make the batter to dip our vegetables in. And how we're going to spice those is like this. We're going to use some turmeric. We're going to use some ground coriander, some garlic granules, some garam masala, a little bit of cayenne, some baking powder, and some cumin. Now, typically in a pakora, you would use chopped green chilies. A lot of people like to use chopped green chilies. I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use a little cayenne instead to bring a little bit of a heat to this. Now, also, we're going to use some chickpea flour. Going to use a little water, and then we're going to use some coriander as well in this dish. So these are the ingredients we're going to use to make our actual pakoras. We'll talk about the ingredients we're going to use for the sweet chutney sauce, which is perfect to bring these together. We'll talk about that next, but first, let's start putting together our actual pakoras. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get my eggplant pakoras ready, and I'm going to do that by slicing my eggplant into somewhat thin circles.
If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe below.
Okay, so now I've got my eggplant cut. Now what I'm going to do is just take my eggplant and put them here in this dish. But typically what you would do after you cut your eggplant is line them onto a pan and sprinkle a little salt over top. And the idea there is that the salt helps to draw out some of the moisture so that when you deep fry them, they're not exuding too much water. But I'm salt free, and personally I've made these myself and they come out just fine without adding the salt. But if you're someone who uses salt and thinks that you might want to include that step, then you could just line them on a pan, put a little salt over them, set them aside for 10-15 minutes, and then go from there. But we're ready to go to our next step, which is getting these in our batter. Okay, so now we're going to get our batter prepared for both the eggplant and the shredded vegetables. We're going to start with our chickpea flour.
So once you have the chickpea flour and the spices in the bowl, you'll get those mixed. Then you want to gradually add water and whisk it together to form a smooth, thick batter.
Okay, so now I've got my batter to the right consistency. Now I'm going to add my baking powder, give it another whisk, and we're ready for some dipping. Okay, so now my batter's made. It's just a matter of taking my eggplant and getting them dipped and coated and then onto the pan.
So to coat the eggplant, I like to dip one side and then the other. Then I tap the piece of eggplant on the side of the bowl to remove any excess batter. Now I'm using eggplant, but remember, you could use cauliflower, pieces of pepper, or another veggie of your choice.
Okay, so now I've got my eggplant dipped in my batter. They're ready for the oven. Now again, typically this is something that you would deep fry. But again, we're going to skip the oil and still get a great result. Let's get these in the oven now. All right, so now I've got my eggplant pakoras in the oven. Now it's time to do our shredded red onion, our green cabbage, and our cilantro version. Now I'm going to just take them and get them into the remaining batter and get them mixed up and then onto our pan.
Okay, so to make the shredded vegetable pakoras, I'm just adding my cabbage, onion, and cilantro to the batter and getting it mixed in. Now you want to add enough of the shredded vegetables that the batter is just coating the pieces.
Okay, so now I've got my shredded pakoras dipped and they are ready for the oven. All right, so now I've got my shredded veggie pakoras in the oven cooking, and what I'm going to do with both is a couple of times during the baking process, I'm going to take them out and flip them just to make sure that they cook nice and evenly.
So to get a nice even result, I find that flipping the pakoras 3 times during the cooking process is about right. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe below.
Okay, so now I've got all my pakoras in the oven baking. Now it's time to make this sweet tomato chutney. Let's talk about what we're going to use. We're going to use some fresh tomatoes. Now I'm using Roma tomatoes here. Roma tomatoes tend to have a little less water than regular tomatoes, so I like to use those. But by all means, you could use regular tomatoes to do this also. So tomatoes is our first ingredient. Now let's talk about the spices. This is what really brings the flavor. We're going to use some cumin seeds. We're going to use some dried curry leaves. We're going to use some mustard seeds. And then this spice you probably aren't familiar with. It's called hing or asafoetida. You can call it either one. This is used in a lot of Indian dishes to replace garlic and onions at times. I like the flavor. This is optional. If you don't have it on hand and you have everything else, then don't worry about this. But I do like to use it. Again, this is called hing or asafoetida. Very good spice. And then we're going to use a little cayenne pepper. So these are the spices that are going to bring the flavor. Then we're going to use a little garlic, a little freshly grated ginger I have here. And then typically you would be adding refined sugar to this. We're going to skip the refined sugar. And you know what I'm going to use. We're going to use some date syrup instead. Trust me, the combination of these delicious spices, the garlic, tomatoes, all comes together. And when you dip your pakoras in them, it lights the whole thing up. The flavor is there. You'll love this. Let's start putting our chutney together. All right, so now a big part of creating this nice flavorful chutney is to dry roast our spices. Now, typically what would be done is you would add oil to this pan and then saute your spices in oil to release the flavors. We're gonna do it oil-free, we're gonna skip it. It's still gonna release the flavors and get all the flavor without the extra calories and without the oil. We're gonna start by dry roasting our cumin seeds and our mustard seeds, and then we're gonna add our other spices just a little bit later in the process.
Okay, so I like to dry roast on medium heat and mix the spices regularly to keep them from burning. Now, once the mustard and the cumin seeds are fragrant and brown, add the curry leaves and hing and then mix it for just a minute more. Then it's time to combine the rest of the ingredients and spices and simmer on medium-low until the chutney has thickened.
Okay, so now I just went ahead and finished cooking my chutney down. I have it to the consistency that I want. Now I'm going to use my immersion blender to go in and blend it so it's nice and smooth.
Now FYI, you could use a regular blender for this step and it would be fine. Now let's plate these beautiful pakoras.
All right, guys, and just like that, we've got both of our pakoras done. We've got our chutney ready for dipping, so let's get to dipping. Wow. Didn't take long. Sauce is so flavorful. You know right away you got a winner. All right, so that onion and cabbage is definitely delicious. I'm hoping the eggplant will be just as good. I think it will because the sauce is the boss. That's where the flavor is coming from. Let's give it another dip. I love the saucy bites. Wow, that's good too. Now, we're all different, but I gotta tell you, the winner for me is definitely the cabbage and onion. These are good, but this provides a little crispy texture, a little more texture when you chew it. This is definitely the winner for me, but you may feel differently. Make them both, or just go with these, but either way, they're really good. Gotta make your own.